And I am here over a Zoom call with Central Michigan legend and the basketball tournament legend, Marcus Keene. Marcus, how are you doing today?
How you doing, sir? I'm doing good. And yourself?
I'm doing well. So obviously today's Tuesday. The tournament starts tomorrow. You're playing for Sideline Cancer. This is actually going to be your fifth year playing in the tournaments. You know, you have two All-TBT selections. Just kind of walk me through that process. How did you get started playing in the tournaments? And then what do you anticipate for this year's tournaments, essentially?
Well, first off, like I had been watching the TBT for some years before I played, and I just put on Instagram one time I want to play on a TBT team. Who got me? And then one of my friends knew Billy from the Sideline organization. And he told me about them. And then that first year we played in the I played with them. We played in the Wichita region, and we had 3 games on ESPN, guaranteed on ESPN. So I'm like, shoot, I ain't been back on TV in about 4 years. You know what I mean? After college and pro, so I'm like, man, I want to do it. And then it just turned from, playing there with them that 1 year, just basically trying out to not, kind of becoming like one of the main guys for this organization, and just moving forward, just playing for something bigger than myself. This year, I think our team is a lot different than the past 4 years that I've been there. As far as just, I think we got multiple ball handlers, multiple creators, multiple like point guards, combo type of guards. I think in the years in the past since I've been there, I've been really the only true, point guard and, somebody that they could trust with the ball in the hands and make plays. But now adding the guys like Tyrese Rice and Dominique Jones, I think, that could help us get to where we want to go.
Of course. And again, you've had a lot of success in the TBT. I believe you went to the tournament, was it in 2019? Or you went to the championship in 2019, I think it was, or 2020?
COVID year, 2020.
Okay, COVID year. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you've had a lot of success. And I wanted to ask about one particular teammate of yours that I found interesting. So for those of you who aren't as familiar with Marcus, he played for you played for Youngstown State, then you transferred to Central Michigan after sitting a year out. Mm-hmm. We are actually going to talk about that as well. But you led the nation in scoring, averaging 30 points a game. You're playing with Mike Dom, the Dominator, if you will, who was third in the nation in scoring the year you led it in scoring.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you think that experience is going to be like? Just, that pick and roll game, the pick and pop.
He's not with us this summer.
Mike Dom?
Nah, he played with us last summer. He's not playing with us.
Oh, he's listed on the website. Okay.
Yeah, and I hope, unless I know something that within this last hour, I don't
roster. He's on the Sideline Cancer roster.
Yeah, he's not on our team this year. I think he's having his wedding around that time or something like that. So he won't be with us this year. So because he's that's his name speaks for itself, but it is what it is.
Absolutely. So okay, so back to the transfer from Youngstown State to Central Michigan. When you transferred to Central Michigan, obviously that was a great decision. You led the nation in scoring your 1 year at Central Michigan. But I mean, we see now how prevalent the transfer portal is in college basketball, especially with the fifth year COVID guys who everyone has extra year of eligibility. They could transfer right away. I was just at the Portsmouth Invitational interviewing a whole bunch of guys that were prepping for the NBA draft. And the one question, most of them were actually transfers. So the one question I had was, what was the year? Because some of them did have to sit out a year because they were pre-COVID. So what was that year like when, you went from Youngstown State, Central Michigan, and you just kind of had to sit out the year and just wait the year out until you were eligible again?
Well, that's what I wanted to do. I kind of felt like I was behind physically. Like, I mean, I had the skill and everything, but, just every, playing. And then every summer, just trying to get ready for next year. You never have that full year just really working on your body without not having to perform during games. So I could lift extra, I could work out extra, I could do a lot more. And I felt like I needed that. So I wanted to transfer and I wanted to sit out because I just wanted to watch the game from the sideline. I wanted to get stronger, faster, quicker, and then be able to do what I ended up doing that following year. And so it was good for me to sit out. And I was playing with better players every day at practice, and I was doing my thing at practice, and I felt good about myself going into that following year. So, sometimes sitting out for certain guys, if they use it the right way, and they all about their craft and getting better, stronger, and just getting more wiser with the game, it's good. And I think that helped me out a lot.
That's a very interesting perspective that, I don't think many guys would say. The fact that, I wanted to sit the year out to, just work on stuff I can't usually work on when I'm playing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my next question was going to be, what do you kind of attribute to the huge scoring jump at your sophomore year at Youngstown State? I believe you averaged about 15. And then obviously you double that, and not many guys average literally 30 points a game in college at any point. So, so do you just attribute that 1 year sitting out and getting stronger, getting quicker to that huge type of jump, or the fit? What do you think it was?
I mean, just that. And then if people remember, the year that I sat out was Khalil Felder, his last year in college, the point guard. He played at Oakland, and he was the same size as me. And I was watching him. I'm like, I played against him 2 years at Youngstown State. Remember, we was the same age. But even when I was watching him, he came in as a freshman. He started. Came as a sophomore. He was still starting, but he was physically ready. He was athletic. You know what I mean? I'm just like, man, like, I know I could compete with him, but like, I just need to. This is who I need to follow. Like, he's my size, blah, blah, blah. The difference between me and him is that, I think I'm a better shooter, but he's more athletic. Obviously, he can get on the rim, yada, yada, yada. But I'm just watching him. I'm like, he got 24, 25 points a game, and he's not as good as a shooter as I am. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, damn, I could do what he's doing. Obviously, he passed the ball at a high level, something that, I don't do as well as him. But even then, though, just to be able to see him score the ball, I'm like, man, I could do the same thing he's doing. You know what I mean? And so that gave me a lot of motivation. And that's my guy, Khalil. That's my guy, K. Felder. So just watching him, man, it just gave me so much motivation. And then obviously my teammate who's playing with us in Sideline for this summer named Braylon Racing, he was the same size as me at Central Michigan. And so watching him too, I'm like, man, like, I could do what both these guys do. And so, just sitting out and then coming back that next year, my coach, I was killing them all year at practice, and my coach just gave me the freedom to, do me. At first, I didn't care about the 30 points per game until it was like, until it started getting headline news all over, like I could be the first to do it in so long. Then I'm like, man, well, might as well try it now. Like, something that's, it didn't last but 1 year, but oh well.
And K. Felder, I mean, that's a guy, I believe he was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers that year as well.
Sir.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
So, okay. Obviously, you're still a bucket. I mean, you led the Russian League and Italian League in scoring back-to-back years. TBT, as we said, 2-time All-TBT selection. I suppose I have one final question for you. So, you're listed at 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
How tall do you think you would have had to be to, make it and have a sustained career in the NBA with your skill set? 6 feet? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm 6 feet. There's nothing you can say. I mean, them boys like that's making it right now. Chris Paul, obviously, Fred VanVleet.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys that the Jose Alvarado from the Pelicans, like, and Trae Young. Even I've been next to Trae Young. Like, these guys, they're not really that tall, but they're taller than 5'9". You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, man, if I just was listed at 6 feet, I'd be okay. I'd be good.
Okay,
and now 3 inches matters.
Absolutely. And now with the combine, they're measuring guys without shoes on, so to kind of get the real height. So okay. Well, that's all the questions I have. When's your first game? Do you know?
We play Tuesday, 25th.
Okay, Tuesday the 25th. I'm assuming that's going to be on ESPN. It seems like most TBT games are either on ESPN or ESPN Plus.
Yeah, it's on ESPN 3, I think we got. Yeah, okay. Plus whatever.
Well, either way, I'll link that in the interview so people could find it. So everyone, this is Marcus Keene, Central Michigan legend, overseas basketball legend. I mean, just overall bucket getter. That's what I'll leave it at. So Marcus, thank you for taking the time to sit with me, and good luck in the tournaments. I'll be rooting for you. And I'm from Philly, so when you're in the championship, I'll make sure
we're gonna get there. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me. All right, bro.